Alright, we started on phase 3 here of this restoration and upgrade to my Sankyo Akane Pachinko machine here. And stage 3 entails that we're going to hardwire our elevator and jackpot back here. And we're also going to complete and reveal the hidden jackpot behind here. As you can see, we got one of the hidden jackpots here. We started drilling the hole, but it's a little bit late, so I'm going to complete this hole tomorrow. It was a little bit off, and they had started drilling it, but then somebody decided to not drill it or not complete it. And I wonder if it was because it was already a little bit off, but it just needed a little customization. Anyways, that gives us this jackpot that's hiding up here as it rides through here, down there, sneaky. And then I might drill out those other 2 light holes. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to do about that, but I'm also analyzing all the new lights on this thing as well. Well, I'm pulling apart this pachinko machine here and giving it the full cleaning and restoration just like Dan Welch would. And I gotta say here that I'm quite pleased to find that this pachinko has an undeveloped jackpot. So you can see how the top bumper there stops it, and when this was up all the way, it would block the ball from going in there. So if I cut that remainder of white strip out of there, this already has the rail built in behind it. The ball will go down. It's even got its little chute there on the bottom. And then there's a partially drilled hole there that goes directly towards the jackpot hole on this machine. So, there's another project. Gotta get that one up and going, and then we'll see what happens once it's working. So when your ball's bouncing around up here in this area, you made it past the bumper isn't gonna let you in here. Your ball is somewhere in here bouncing around, and it does in fact have the opportunity to go up in here and then down this way through here as another jackpot. So I'm going to finish drilling that hole tomorrow. There is going to be another jackpot working on this thing. We're going to have to gear something into it. Single best part of having a Sankyo Pachinko right here. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop these up because that's one of our side jackpots. On the side. Open it up. There's the internals right there. Look at that. Alright, so in this big super modification I'm making here, the hidden jackpot hole. So all the things I'm having to do here to make this work is, first of all, there was a plastic piece that was right here. It was super glued along with the rest of this right here was super glued. I'm not going to be able to get that super glue apart, but I broke this triangle off here. And all I need to do here is just clean up this edge a little bit, round it off, and then make sure balls from both directions are going to feed into there correctly. From this side, I had to finish drilling the hole through, but it wasn't completely lined up, and I could see that about halfway through. So the hole just needs to be raised up about a 1/4 inch or so. And then I tried for the first time super glue and ash as like a compound or a filler, and this actually really solidified well. So you can see what I did here was I created a new bottom of the hole, and we need to lift up the top of the hole, but I'm not going to run any more power tools tonight because it's getting late. Save that for tomorrow. Raise this hole up somewhat, and then on this piece right here, I need to pretty much cut that piece off right where that line is. You need to cut it off from the edge so that the ball is allowed to go back there where it wasn't before. Fun, fun. Hidden jackpot. And work continues on the old Sankyo Akane Pachinko restoration. So I figured out what I want to use for my running house lights. Lighting the front side of a pachinko machine is not as easy as one might think. It's all because of the way that it's designed and your potential areas where you can put the lighting, and then also like diffraction or refraction problems with the glass on the inside of the screen. And you end up with situations where you're kind of interfering with your vision or your the way that you can clearly look at the board, because the lights are not lighting the correct areas. They light up the outsides, but they don't light the insides correctly. And again, it makes it very, very hard to see. So anyways, these multicolored LEDs are getting wired in as our running house lights. And I'm continuing to work here at the same time on our secret hidden jackpot. So I'm just building up the bottom of that hole here a little bit because it was too low. And we're gonna raise it up a little bit. And then we're going to customize this piece right here to make it work as well. Hopefully it's running by the end of the day. And working away here at the secret jackpot, and you can see the modifications that I'm having to make here and try not to make mistakes with sloppy hands. I'm having to raise this hole a 1/4 inch from where it was and still make the ball flow through. As well, on this end, I'm having to customize this little corner piece. I just got to round it off a little bit more. And a tiny little file job there for the ball to feed in and not interfere with other balls that are going to be going through there, because it can get to be a busy area. Also, the little triangle piece that was super glued here with this piece, I may actually super glue back in once we're all done here and just leave the hole here for this jackpot to feed in, but we'll see how it works once everything's in order. On this end, you can see how I raised it up as well, nearly a 1/4 inch. And this piece feeds really nice right now. Really nice. I used the super glue and ash technique that I saw on some kind of YouTube video or something recently. And I think if you get the density to this right, it actually is a pretty superior building compound slash gap filler slash epoxy. So I got the new lights in on the front side, and now I'm routing all my cables and mounting them nicely, tethering the ones that need to be tethered, because of course you have electrical going to the front of the board, and then we also have electrical going to the back of the board. Alright, kind of in the home stretch here now, cleaning up all of the electrical again. So sadly, this is what our power supply might end up looking like. I don't have better power distribution here for all the different voltages, and there's just too many different voltages going on here. You can see that we've got two 4.5 volts on there. One of those I'm going to give for the front house lighting, and the voltage works out just right. It was running off of 3 volts. Seems to be nice and bright with 4.5 as well. Another 4.5 volt is going to be for the lift and the noise maker that's connected on the back there as well. Those are going to be a quick attach eventually, so that when you put the back pan on, it's just attach 1 and 2 and you're on your way. It's also going to need a switch probably, but I haven't gotten there yet. And then our other power packs here is the 5-volt one is going to our LEDs that run along the inside of here. They're on the USB, and then this power pack here with the green indicator that's not on, that one is a 10-volt, and that's the one that we're running for the Pachinko itself. And I went a little bit more because I did get all of the lights working, and then as well these two lighting packs here are running off of that 10 volts as well. Alright, here's the turning on of the Pachinko machine with the stage 3 lighting and nearly full upgrade. Ooh-wee. Our upgrade and restoration is nearly complete. Just kind of tidied up everything for the day, and now we're taking a little bit of a walk around. Check that out. Check that out. Ooh-wee. She's really come to life now. You'll never guess what. There was a secret jackpot hiding in here. You go right through here into a secret jackpot. A secret one. So we're here on the backside of my Sankyo, and you can see that I've super glued this triangular piece back on. It was originally on this here and I had to break it off, but the piece is fairly important as far as stacking the balls into the jackpot payout. Right next to that you can see our new jackpot hole. This was the hole that was partly drilled through the machine, and the bore trajectory was a little bit off, I figure, is why they just decided not to use it. But the machine was equipped for it, except for this quick fix to the hole, raising it up 3/16 to 1/4 of an inch. And again, ripping this piece off. You can see here on this side how it comes into here. So we're going to call it the bank. The reason I'm going to do that is every once in a while before, a ball or two would get jammed, but never 3. The third ball would always kick it out, and sometimes it would kick out the 2 or the 3. So deep on the inside of there, let's get a flashlight in here. I added a angled bumper. Can't really see it here at all because my goddamn phone flashlight won't go on. Anyways, there's a triangle piece on the inside of the hole that deflects the ball outwards of the hole, so it's got plenty of momentum when it was coming down, but there was just a little tiny pit down in there that the ball would get stuck in. So we pretty much fixed that, but kept a tiny little bit of the pit and added the deflector piece. So every once in a while this thing is going to bank a ball. Probably not 2, but it might bank 1 ball for sure. We're going to try it out. On the front side, looking at the secret jackpot. So you can see it right there. There's another jackpot. It goes down here and feeds back in right where it ends. And that goes directly to just before the seesaw. Cut it open. rebore the hole. They messed up because the trajectory of the hole down here was not correct, and that's probably why it was never completed. I actually had to rebore it and then get some filler